Well, I think you've read my mind there. The big question for me, if you think back to the Patrick Hutch case now, as we mentioned, he's not before the courts and he had a nolle prosequi entered. So that it's effective. It's not an acquittal, but it's an effective acquittal because it's shelved. So the
Yeah.
case does not proceed against Mr. Hutch, and he's entitled to his good name like everybody else. But I covered that case, and he was charged with murder, and he was also charged with possessing the Kalashnikov used in the killing.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen here. So from the outside observer, the state, whatever, whoever, put all their eggs in one basket, not even murder, but that
Mm-hmm.
he was the shooter.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah.
think that's a legitimate question. But, why charge Patrick Hutch with possessing the firearms and why not charge Gerry Hutch?
Exactly. And then there's a huge question over Gerry Hutch's brother, Patsy Hutch. There's a lot of evidence in the case in relation to his alleged involvement, and now the judges have outright said that perhaps he was involved in the planning of the Regency, and they even said that perhaps he was involved in the transfer of the weapons because of his involvement with Shane Rowan on the 9th of March. Um, if that's the case, then he has serious questions to answer. It's important. He's not charged with any offence, but I
Well,
mean, the judges now have stated that Patsy Hutch was involved in the Regency, and evidence was provided for that, and they've stated that he was involved in the transfer of the weapons. So, I mean, what happens next in relation to that?
Well, I think I may have some news for that because I sent a query into the Garda Press office to see if they had any response or reaction to the judgment of the court. So I'm going to read it out. And Garda Síochána notes the verdicts of the Special Criminal Court delivered on the 18th of April in the trial for the offences relating to the murder of David Byrne. And now this is really interesting. And Garda Síochána is continuing its investigation into the murder and events at the Regency Hotel on the date in question. This is an active, ongoing investigation, and this is significant. And investigators remain convinced that there are still individuals with information relating to the events of the 5th of February 2016 who have not made contact with Garda Síochána. We
Mhm.
appeal to anyone with information, however insignificant it may appear, to make contact in confidence with the guards. So what I take that is this investigation is ongoing and they're still looking for people and they want people to come forward. So,
Mhm.
how can I put it? Maybe they're down, but they're not out.